Welcome back to the Demon Slayer Gamer channel. We're going to be continuing our Final Fantasy XIV Dungeon Guide series today, and we're going to be taking a look at the trial dungeon, the Seat of Sacrifice. Now, this trial dungeon does have quite large spoilers for the story, so if you're not ready for those, then you may want to experience it yourself first, and if you can't accomplish it, then come back and watch the guide for it. But I assume if you're watching the guide, then you want to know anything, so you can either just skip the cutscene portions or just enjoy it here. But if this guide helps you out in any way, please make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel, and I will get right into it. In this trial, you'll be facing off against the Warrior of Light. As soon as the fight begins, the Warrior of Light will cast Terror Unleashed. This will reduce everyone in the party to 1 HP, so you'll want to stay grouped up until the healers are able to heal the group back up, and if you have any self-healing, it's a good time to pop it to help the healers out a little bit. He'll follow this up with Solemn Confiture, which will do circular AoEs around several party members that you'll just want to move out of, before doing Crescent Saber, that you'll want to move under the boss to avoid getting hit by the donut AoE. The next time he casts Crescent Saber, this will do a circular AoE under him, so you'll want to move away. When he casts Absolute Fire 3, this will put a marker over your head that tells you what you are supposed to do. If it has a pause symbol, it means you should be standing still whenever the ability actually activates. Absolute Blizzard 3 will cause you to have a play symbol above your head, meaning you need to be moving when the ability is completed. He'll then start imbuing his weapon with either the fire or Blizzard ability, so you'll want to pay attention to which one he is doing, because he'll follow up with the Crescents, which will cause you to move under him, and then you either need to be moving or standing still, depending on if it was a fire or Blizzard ability. When he casts Sword of Light, this will summon a sword onto the platform that will carve a triangle into the center of the platform. The area inside of the triangle will end up exploding, so you'll want to move to one of the two sides. At the same time, he'll cast Summon Worm, which will cause Bahamut to appear on the either left or right side of the platform. You'll want to position yourself on the opposite side, as he does dash across the entire half of the platform. If you've gotten him down to 50% of his HP at this time, he'll move to the center of the platform and cast Ascendance. This will put everyone in tethers. Even if you are dead at the time that this ability is cast, you will still need to perform the activated time maneuver. If anyone fails the activated time maneuver, then the entire party will be forced to repeat the entire fight. If everyone succeeds, then you should all break free. You'll then get to enjoy a small cutscene.
It cannot be. To me, warriors of light! I am salvation given form.
if you were dead before the time maneuver, then it will revive you, but everyone will need to group up in the middle. And as soon as he begins casting his limit break attack by swinging his sword, then the tank will want to use the LB3 to significantly reduce the damage from this. It will still reduce everyone's HP by around 75%, so without the LB3 you will instantly die. If you do it too soon or too late though, it will still kill the group, so make sure that he is performing the ability before you activate it. He'll then imbue his weapon again with either fire or ice. You'll want to remember this, as it will not be activated for quite some time. He'll then summon several specters of light onto the platform that will perform certain abilities based on which classes that they are. The first ones that will appear will be the black and white mages that will cast Twin Cast. This will put circles onto the platform that will have double markers in them that you'll need to have 2 people standing inside of them to absorb the damage. There will be a total of 4 of these, so you'll need to be moving in between them to make sure there's at least 2 people in them at all times. He'll follow this up with his imbued Corescence that you'll either need to move under him or away from him depending on which AoE that it is, along with either standing still or continuing to move depending on what he imbued his weapon with. He'll then cast Dragon Dive, which will do party-wide damage that needs to be healed through, before summoning another Spectre. This one will be the Dark Knight, which will cast Brimstone Earth, causing several circular AoEs on the platform that will continue to grow. While this is happening, he'll summon the Worm onto the platform again that will cause damage across one side of the platform, so you'll want to make sure that you're grouping up on the side of the platform that the worm is not on. At the same time, the Spectral Bard will be summoned along with the boss casting Absolute Holy. Absolute Holy will want to be shared by the group. The ability the Bard is casting is called Deluge of Death and will want to be moved away from the rest of the group. So if you get the marker on you with the 3 whitish blue triangles, then you'll want to move away from everyone as far as possible, whereas the rest of the group will want to stand together and split the regular AoE. He'll then cast the Bitter End, which is his Tank Buster ability. He'll follow this up with To the Limit. This ability will change based on how many times he has used it and how many bars of his limit break gets filled. The first time will be Radiant Braver from 1 bar. This will do line AoEs at targeted party members that will just want to position themselves around the platform away from everyone else. He'll then fill his bar again, doing Radiant Desperado. This will do line AoEs on 2 different party members, so you'll want to create 2 separate groups, as it does give you a vulnerability debuff that if you take both hits will instantly kill you. So you should have 2 groups of 4. He'll then do a third ability called Radiant Meteor. This will put 4 AoEs on the healers and tanks that will want to go to different corners of the room while the rest of the group stays in the middle to reduce how much damage they are taking from this. He'll then summon another Sword of Light. This one will have 2 different swords that will carve out 2 different shapes onto the platform, where you'll need to position yourself in these smaller triangles on the sides, while also casting either Absolute Blizzard or Absolute Fire. So you'll need to either stand still or continue moving. He'll follow this up with an Dragon Dive, causing party-wide damage, before imbuing his weapon with either the Blizzard or Fire. He'll once again cast Spectre of Light, which will summon the Ninja onto the platform this time, which will do a waterfall on one side of the platform that will knock you across, so you'll need to move towards the AoE so that you're not knocked off the platform and instantly die. At the same time, he will also do a group up mechanic, so as soon as you are knocked to one side of the platform, you'll need to immediately group up. While this is happening, he'll also cast Imbued Corescence, so you'll either need to get under him or move away from him depending on which AoE it is, while also standing still or moving depending if he imbued it with fire or ice. The Spectral Summoner will also summon several Bahamets onto the platform that will tether to different party members. These party members will need to position themselves on the outside of the platform, as the Bahamets will then launch large cone AoEs in the direction that they were facing. At the same time, several circular AoEs will be summoned onto the platform that you'll just want to move out of. This will be followed up with the Spectral Warrior coming onto the platform, so you'll want to face them towards the outside so the AoEs are launched off and leave you a large opening in the middle where you can move around into the other openings once the first AoEs occur. At the same time, the boss will do the better end on the tank, along with either Blizzard or Fire, followed by a Eld Dragon dive. And this should be it for the Seat of Sacrifice. I hope this helps everyone out. If it does, please make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you on the next one.